This is another video inspired by a Reddit post. This one came up a week or two ago, I think, and claimed to be extolling the best way to cook an egg whilst on a bike touring trip. And I'll be honest, it didn't get much traction as far as Reddit posts go. And the comment that generated the most conversation was someone just asking, who the hell takes an egg on a bikepacking trip? I like eggs. That sounded like a challenge to me. So today, I've got 3 eggs. I'm going to go on a bike ride. I'm going to see if any of them survive. Taking to heart the old adage that you should never put all your eggs in one basket, we're going to pack all 3 of ours differently. The first one is going in a standard issue card supermarket style egg box, and that's just going in the top of my pannier. The second, we're going to wrap up in a bit of rubbish, an old bread bag, the kind of thing that I would probably have to hand if I was on an overnight trip. And the third one, we're going to wrap up in a bit of fabric, just an old rag, and that we're going to pack a little bit more snugly into a fork bag. And with our precious cargo safely packed, we get off, see if any of them can survive. Hurrah! It seemed like the major anti-egg sentiment in this conversation was coming from the American team. And this may be because, if the internet is to be believed, in America it's a legal requirement that you have to wash and treat eggs before they're sold, which removes some kind of natural protective membrane and means that they have to be refrigerated. So perhaps they wouldn't last in a bike bag in direct sunshine. In the UK, in Europe I think, this definitely isn't the case. I've never refrigerated an egg in my life. So if the outcome of this experiment is negative, I'm expecting it to be a pannier full of egg rather than a dose of salmonella. And considering that this particular pannier has already suffered major spillages of green tomato chutney and sardines and spicy tomato sauce in the past, a bit of egg is just going to add to the patina, really. I've been out now for, don't know really, I think I've done about 10 or 15 kilometres. I've done a bit of tarmac, a bit of gravel, some muddy bridleways, some rooty sections through the woods, all kinds really. Nothing super extreme. I haven't hit any road gaps or rock gardens or anything, but neither have I been avoiding the potholes and the roots. So I think I've probably achieved about the standard of the kind of rides that I do. Between shots I have leaned the bike up against a tree and on the ground and inadvertently put quite a lot of weight on the pannier without thinking. So I figured this is probably a good time to have a breather, have a cereal bar, check the payload, see how we're doing in there. Okay, moment of truth number 1, egg in a box. Spot on, not a crack in sight. Good egg. Right, this one is also absolutely ego intacto. Last up, perfect. We're ending this one here in the woods amongst the bluebells and the cow parsley. The birds are singing. I've just unpacked my eggs and all three of them are absolutely fine. The one that was packed in the loose bag in the pannier, that wasn't even in its packaging anymore. It had just fallen out and was just in my pannier. Absolutely fine. But I'm not surprised that eggs are actually tougher than people think they are. Twice, I think, in my history of long distance cycling, I've shared campsites with people who were actually travelling with eggs. So I'd sort of predicted a positive outcome for this one anyway. I'm going to end it in the only way that I can end such a video, by cooking an egg in the woods. And I suppose it all comes round to that first post on Reddit where OP was suggesting the best way to cook an egg whilst bikepacking, and they were suggesting poaching, which, I mean, I love a poached egg, but to me that seems messy and fraught with hazard. I'm a traditionalist, so I'm gonna get the little firebox going and boil an egg. I don't think there are many better ways to end the day than full of egg and smelling of wood smoke. I kind of wish I'd done two though. I underestimated the size of my bap. I also overcooked it a little bit. I got sidetracked poking the fire, which is always a risk. And I was thinking, some of the scientifically minded amongst you might be able to answer me this. If I cook a 5-minute egg, is there any difference to a 5-minute egg cooked in a really ferocious boil or just a kind of lazy bubble? In my head, it shouldn't make a difference, right? Because boiling water is 100 degrees centigrade. If it was less than that, it wouldn't be boiling, and if it was more than that, it wouldn't be water anymore. So, is a boil a boil? Who knows? Anyway, I think we've answered an important question today. You can take eggs bikepacking, so I hope you'll all sleep easier tonight knowing that, and maybe try it out in the future. That's me done. I'm not going to waffle at the end of this one. I'm just going to say thank you very much for watching. If you got this far, like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that stuff. Thank you immensely to my Ko-fi supporters, a small but growing sisterhood of adventurous folks. Check out the Ko-fi page. There is some spoons up for sale now and some stickers. I'm doing this. Well, they might have gone by now. There were some spoons when I filmed this, but who knows? Look, I'm waffling. I said I wasn't going to waffle, and I'm waffling. I'll see you all on the next one. Bye now.